Hello, this is Transformers fan G138, and here's another video review. This one, I figured when I was reviewing the Megatrons, that I would just go ahead and review the Optimus Primes. Generations and United, I guess this one's from. E-Hobby exclusive, something or other. Darkside Optimus and Darkside Megatron. Loved the Megatron out of that set, but we'll start with the vehicle form here. I'm not going to go through and transform all of them, and I'll explain that a little bit later. You can see it better on the Darkside Optimus, but it's really neat. This guy right here, this is the basic vehicle form. He rolls really nicely. He's a Cybertronian truck. The only thing that would make this cooler is if they came out with a Cybertronian trailer to go with him. You know, Optimus Prime should have a trailer. Unlike Megatron, he does not have a kind of like hover mode like he does in the video game. It's kind of like a added bonus feature Megatron had that they just couldn't fit into this guy. So that's that. He looks very similar to the way he did in the video game. Low to the ground, fast looking. Looks like a truck. Cybertronian truck from outer space. So, this version of it... let's talk about something else first. So, there's this, his head, where his head sits. Unlike with Megatron, his head could either fold down or not. It didn't matter. There was an empty cavity there. This one, there is not. So his ears, I guess you'd call them. I really have no idea. And I've heard them referred to as ears. Come down under the truck line. But when it's folded up, his faceplate, his painted faceplate, is really, really close to the ground. So I recommend, if you're planning on rolling them around, make sure you look on the surface it is and make sure it's not rubbing, because that's the last thing you'll want is a nice Optimus Prime with a scratched off faceplate. So I'll talk about the specific version now. This one is a Toys R Us exclusive Rage Over Cybertron. No, that's wrong. That is wrong. Battle for Cybertron or something. I don't remember the title of it. I'd actually have to go look at the box, and that's at a different house right now. So, basically, this version of him has these these translucent pieces on him, which kind of blend pretty well with the other pieces here. I mean, it's not too noticeable. And if you're really looking at it, you can see it, but I don't know why they just didn't go ahead and make all these red pieces translucent. I think that would have been really, really neat, but they didn't. So he's got these Cybertronian like patterns here with the yellow paint right on these translucent parts. And what's interesting, and I noticed when I got the box set of these three, it came with a Bumblebee too. I didn't take him out of package. I hate the toy. I'm not going to do a review on it, so don't ask. Actually, you know what? If you want, I will do a review on the Bumblebees. But I'm not taking the one that came in the set out. But yeah, I hated the Bumblebee mold out of proportion. But let's get back to Optimus here. So basically, he's got these yellow patterns to represent different things that happened in the video game. Like, the Megatron from that I was just showing has Dark Energon, like he's being infused with Dark Energon that first time. This one, if you've played the game, you have an ability where you can dash forward with the truck, like, and ram enemies. And he's kind of got that yellow glow over the hood here, over the front of the truck when he does that, like. And that's what it was kind of going for here in vehicle mode, which I think was very good. And these pieces in robot mode end up forming the shoulder. And that actually looks like when you get a grenade lobbed your way and it kind of slows you down and disorients you, you kind of get this pattern on your on the shoulder areas. So I thought it was a very cool double feature that they added. I really did. I thought it was cool because when that happens, like the wheels on your if you have wheels available, that all your red elements like the eyes and the rims around the wheels also turn yellow, and they did that on here too, because I just thought that was amazing. So we'll get back to the coloring here. And they got some scratched up pieces up here to make it look like, I'm pretty sure that's designed to make it look like he's ramming enemies. But, yeah, it's really fun. I love this. I love the vehicle form and the robot form. The transformation is killer, though. It's a pain in the butt, and it takes forever. Grand scheme of things, not that bad compared to, let's say, the Masterpiece 01 Optimus Prime. That is brutal. So, now I have went over this guy. I'm not going to transform this specific one just because I hate the transformation. So I'm going to go into the robot mode with this guy here. It's awesome. You know, it's Cybertron Optimus. He looks pretty awesome. These orange pieces here are actually black light sensitive, reactive. So if you have a black light, the Autobot symbols on his shoulders and these gun ports on his kind of like belt there, and then here, and his wheel rims too will actually glow. Now the instructions tell you to put the wheels like this, which it looks okay, but they look better like the way the video game had them, kind of like out, like a little bit like wings. And it does limit the motion a little bit here. Not too bad. I mean, you know, you still got the full range of motion. Fold those back, you have the full range of motion. His armor pieces kind of come together to form his armor here. He's got forearms. Nice gun, kind of spring-loaded here. Kind of a weak gimmick compared to the rest of the figure, but it's okay. It looks like the guns that were in the show. So that's that. He's got a nice head sculpt. The tall ears, which he had in the game, that was nice. I mean, he folds up really nicely with the wheels back here. I just love the way he looks. Also, like they did with Megatron, it's harder to see on this one, but this back piece here has the Autobot symbol kind of like etched into it, like he did on his in the video game. When you're running around, you kind of see that on their backs for some reason. But it's kind of hidden by this panel, which I don't know if that's good planning or bad planning on Hasbro's part. I'm kind of undecided on that. So, yeah, overall, he looks great. He looks like the video game. Drawback, he seems to be a little bit back heavy right here on his heels. I wish his heels came out a little bit more. Kind of like help with some of that stability, like a fold-out piece. That would have been nice, but he's stable enough to display, especially if you put his gun arm forward. But, yeah. If you put him, like, down to his sides, you really, yeah, he's going to be back heavy. So, while I have this guy out, I'll show you something cool I found. Like, he's got ports all over him. Like, you can fold in the arm and kind of like, here's a gun from the Clip System, Ironhide, whatever, Jungle Attack. You can literally plug the guns into their arms, like in the, in his arm, like the video game did. It's neat, not the best feature, you know. Put the gun up here, kind of like be part of the arm. But here I got Drift's sword. You know, put a sword in his hand there. You don't kind of like the swords come out of the wrists in the game. Although Optimus had an axe, but it's still an interesting little feature they didn't have to do. So we'll get into the coloring of this guy now. He's Darkside Optimus, aka Nemesis Prime or Scourge. I prefer Nemesis Prime personally, just because Transformers Armada was my first Transformers show I watched, and in that show he was Nemesis Prime. But actually, I have him right here. So what's interesting enough, he's got the Decepticon logos like he should. His windows here up front are really nice because they got like this metallic turquoise blue in that line that's inside the windows. I think that's just amazing. And then over the windows is a nice high gloss metallic red that just complements the figure perfectly. I mean, I love this figure and all, but the Megatron out of the set is way better, in my opinion, and they are both phenomenal. Phenomenal. Best $52 I spent on action figures, I think, that last year, until I got some of the newer generation stuff. Same head mold. He's got turquoise where the silver should go on his forehead. He's got turquoise here. Unlike the other one, he's not black light sensitive. Oh well. But yeah. So, quick comparison with Nemesis Prime here. He's got his Decepticon logo and his red windshield, you know, kind of mimics that really well. Or for either Scourge or Nemesis Prime. You know, really looks nice, especially next to this guy. Here, I even have this guy here, too. The Nemesis Prime from Hasbro. He's a little dusty. Gotta dust him off. Love this guy, one of my favorite action figures. I love the concept of an evil Optimus Prime. You know, something that's Optimus as good as Optimus Prime, evil as Optimus Prime is good. It's like, makes Megatron look like a saint, basically. These guys are crazy, pure evil. Love them. I love that concept. I mean, Scourge concept is okay, but not as cool to me, personally. But the only thing I'd like to see on this guy is the red windows, but it's translucent plastic. You really can't get a really good red out of that. That's the review for those guys. If you have any more you want me to review that you can see in my collection video, feel free to ask. Well, that's that. See ya.